What we really wanted to do was create a new kind of investment model that was in partnership with Emmanuel House and Rick Guzman, and in partnership with Community 412 and Kirsten Strand, to not only bring financial investment, but also relational investment, as well as community investment. Part of how this all came to be, I think, was the Holy Spirit really bringing it together in a couple of different events. We have 3 children, Mia, who's 9, Audrey is about to turn 7, and Luke is 5. And college is kind of front and center as one of the things that we have to prepare ourselves for, because it looks a little scary in about 10 years or so. And when we thought about that, we had another person talk to us about how real estate was actually quite a good place to save for college, which I hadn't considered before. And around the same time, Rick Guzman of Emmanuel House and Kirsten Strand of Community 412 were telling us about all the wonderful synergistic things that they were doing in East Aurora. So Kirsten certainly in the schools and having that local kingdom impact, and the reputation that she and her group has built has been stellar. Rick, through Emmanuel House, kind of buying homes and providing affordable rentals, but also training their renters in financial accounting and personal finance and saving, which allows them to take 18 months worth of savings while paying rent at the same time, and eventually putting their own down payment on a home in East Aurora, was pretty exciting. And when we put all of those things together, we kind of came to the conclusion, my wife Kristen and I, what if we took the same money that we were going to take for college savings and actually bought a house in East Aurora with Emmanuel House? And so that's what we did. For about the same amount of money that we would have saved normally for college, we were able to buy the house and renovate it, and with Rick's expertise, because I'm not a handyman at all, turn it around and put people in a rental situation there. And I think for him to know that we were looking at a 10 to 15 year horizon about when we would be looking for funds for college was a real comforting and stabilizing factor, in what made this kind of a win-win-win all the way around. I think the part for me that came naturally was knowing the population that they were reaching, both folks who are maybe more working class in East Aurora, but also the refugee population. And so as an immigrant from another country, and just knowing what my parents went through to come to another country and in a place where they didn't speak the language, to really build a home and set themselves up, I could very much relate to what they were going through. And I think remembering that it took a few helping hands from my parents to make it so that we could be in a position to do this. The math that God works with is not the math that we have, and that if you are open to it and you really kind of put your mind against how can I do a both and opportunity versus an either or, there are opportunities that God opens up that I think allow us to say, boy, I can be a good steward for my family and I can do good deeds at the same time without having to choose either or, which I think is part of the magic of what God does.